Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another exciting episode of 15 Minutes of Fandom brought to you by the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In this episode, we pick one fan that we feel has great fandom for the sport of professional wrestling, and we bring them onto the show and we ask them, about their love for professional wrestling. Questions such as who they've met, events that they've actually attended, and all that other good stuff that a wrestling fan would experience. So, with that being said, in the first corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. He's the Trackledar of Ringside Society and Delaware's greatest American hero. It takes two to make a thing go right. He is Rob Bass, and you are not. In the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always on the go, catch him if you can. Said his name in Guyana, now they love him in Japan. No cap, the worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guest tonight is a woman that actually hails from the same state as our beloved co-host who could not be with us here tonight due to some personal matters. Nothing crazy. She will be back, but she's actually from Louisiana, the Big Easy, the home of the po' boy, the home of crawfish, king cake, and all those other lovely delicacies that are associated with Louisiana. Everybody, welcome to the show, Lacey.
Woo! Yay! Hi, I'm so happy to be here, y'all.
Thank you very much. Thanks for actually giving us this opportunity. We really and truly do appreciate it. You've been on our radar for a while. We're glad that we're finally actually able to make this happen. Before I go any further, a special shout out to our mod on Twitch from the West Side, the Best Side, California, Alicia the Warrior Princess. Alicia, hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing great tonight. But yeah, Lacey, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great, actually. It was a pretty day today. We had a rain cloud, but other than that,
Oh
it was
wow,
good.
one rain cloud.
Yeah, it was a cloud and then rain and then sun. I was like, all right.
That sounds like a horror movie right there,
No,
man. What? One rain
yeah,
cloud.
just one. Yeah, it was
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah. For those of you that are actually watching this, I apologize if I sound a bit tired. I just got off a 12-hour shift, and yeah, and the neighbors are complaining about my noise, so I'm trying to like not make too much noise right now. Um, but anyways, so Louisiana, man, you guys are on my to-do list, man. I gotta take a trip to New Orleans one of these days. First thing I would do is I'm gonna go there and get me a nice little po' boy and just relax and on Bourbon Street and whatnot. That's all I know, Bourbon Street. I'm not trying to go anywhere else because I know better as a tourist. Stick to where the
Oh,
tourists are if
well,
you are not from there. So
right. But Canal Street is it's right there. So it's Canal Street and then it's Bourbon. So Canal Street's not that bad. Like I work on Canal Street at a restaurant. So if you do come, you can come and get served by me. So I'll take care of you. We serve po' boys
I
too, so
will.
you do that.
I'm a sucker for a po' boy, and I'm also a sucker for some jambalaya. I remember I was in
Yep.
Atlanta like a couple years ago, and there was a bistro that was next to the hotel I was staying at, and I was familiar with jambalaya. When they told me they had there, I was like, what? Sign me up. I'll take a heaping serving of that. And yeah, man,
Oh yeah.
yeah. But y'all do have this one place, this barbecue place called the Blue Oak Barbecue Restaurant that I want to check out too. Whenever I get it, I'm a foodie, so I mean, hey, every time I go somewhere, I gotta check out somewhere. Like I was recently in Denver, and I found out about Sam's number 3,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna go there as soon as I touch down to Denver." And lo and behold, the next day, that's what I did.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You're gonna have to come visit. I'll show you some of the local stops. I'll take you to the secret spot.
I'll definitely check it. I'll definitely check it out. So so yeah, so so you're just like myself and Rob. You're a wrestling fan. So I gotta ask you, and you believe it or not, if you are nervous, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. Don't
Oh,
be. The young man that you see in between us, he actually started off as a guest on this show,
oh, okay,
and then he
cool.
said, "Hey, if you guys ever need help, I'll work for some Cheetos." And I was like, "Well, I'll give you some hot Cheetos." And he was like, "Yeah, deal." And he's been there ever since. Um, just messing with you, Rob. But he started on here. Kathy, who unfortunately couldn't be here with us tonight. I was really hoping she could have you guys could have met. It would have been a great thing seeing, but it might have been too much because two Louisianans in on one show. It might have been crazy.
It would have
I
been
know
a
y'all
good
don't
time,
play.
good time.
Yeah, but yeah, Kathy, she started on this segment too, and we've also had several other people um as well. Shout out to Stevie, Giorgio, and Trey. But yeah, no worry, guys. We're gonna have that Cajun episode. So I was supposed to have an episode where there's like a bunch of like people from Louisiana on at one time. I guess it might have been probably like a pay-per-view prediction panel or like a topics episode. But
Mhm.
I'm still working on that right now. We're still trying to get that together. But
Okay, well, you make sure you have the captions on, cause it's gonna be a lot of Southern talking. When a
oh
lot of
yeah, yeah.
Louisiana people get together, it's gonna be hard to understand after a while. So
Then you get me on here talking about yelling at people. Go on now, get on out here. I told you now, get.
Yeah,
exactly. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So so what was it that so in regards to professional wrestling, what was it? What was the show or the event or the pay-per-view like that made you become a fan of it?
the Attitude Era, just all of that. I started watching wrestling with my brother when I was younger. So of course he was all into the Attitude Era with The Rock and Edge. I fell in love with Edge. I don't know why. The rated R superstar, he just got me for some reason. Then him and Lita, that whole storyline and everything, that just took me to a whole different place. And I don't know, I just resonated with it. And then I I have a bachelor's in theater. So I'm a theater nerd. So I just love like all of the storylines that, wrestling, professional wrestling has. So that's what really just keeps me entertained and keeps me watching.
Nothing wrong being a nerd. Hey, there is nothing wrong with being a nerd at all. You know, I like anime and oh, you should see some of the stuff that I watch. Like I'm convinced I watch some stuff like that other people do not even watch. Like I currently I'm binge watching. And for those of you that actually love westerns with violence and blood and gore, I'm currently watching Banshee, which ended like 3 years or 4 years ago. And
Mhm.
I first watched it when it first came out, but I stopped and I'm playing. Well, I'm trying to finish it off. But yeah, nothing wrong being a nerd, man. Hey, don't believe Hot Tub Time Machine, man. Somebody does like you. You know.
All right,
I don't know
it's
if
a
you ever
place
seen.
out there for us.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen the Hot Tub Time Machine Part Two. Actually, when they're like, "You nerd, you're a freaking nerd, and no one likes you."
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah. But yeah, The Rock. Yeah, man. You started watching on a good time. I remember when I mean I was watching before The Rock came on, but yeah, that man was something, man. He was definitely one of the best on the mic, like
Right,
hands down.
right.
Yeah. So did you ever go to any wrestling events like when you were younger? Or did you have any
No,
WrestleManias or anything?
no, not when I was younger. I actually went to my first WrestleMania when it was out here in New Orleans, WrestleMania 34. Yeah, so recently I went to my first one, and me and my husband, and just we acted like kids. I don't know how, they we found beach balls under our
Mm.
seats. We didn't plant them. I don't know where they came from. So
Ah,
that's just a little tidbit. So yeah, we just thought it was by faith of the wrestling gods that they were there. So, we blew them up. And then the air came on and they flew down,
Yeah.
So yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
For some reason, there's always like a beach ball at a WrestleMania event that comes into play. You cannot have a WrestleMania and not have a beach ball, even if it's just one. It has to be
Right.
somewhere and it has to show up.
It was magically there. Like the kid in front of us was like, "Hey, it's something under my chair. Oh,
Mhm.
look under your chair." We was like, "Okay."
So what was WrestleMania like for you? Like I know that WrestleMania when I first saw it, and I couldn't even believe it. Like people from all over the world attended this event. Like it wasn't just an American thing or a local thing. It's like an international thing. When I went to my first WrestleMania, and the only one that I've been to so far, I met a guy from Holland that was at a
Mm,
Ring of Honor event with me, and WrestleMania is like it's not just one day; it's like the whole week, a whole week
right.
of events, and from not just from WWE, but like from different companies. What was that like for you and your husband?
It was a out of body experience. It really was. Like the first off, when I got the tickets and everything, I got them when they first went on sale. So of course, you just you be like, oh, okay, I'll just pick these. These seem kind of close, but not too close, and I could get good seats. So we ended up being like right by the entrance on like the second like balcony level that sticks out in the Superdome. So we had like an amazing seats. We saw when the wrestlers came out and when they went back, everything like that. So it was just amazing. I just remember walking to the seat and I was like, okay, I need to slow down. I don't pass out. I'm too excited. Like, calm down. It's okay. But yeah, like you said, because before they have like the pre-events, they have I think at ours it was Ric Flair. He was out there. He was talking to fans and everything. And then they had like a little concert in Championship Square, and they had a local band I think was playing. So we got to do that. They had the vendors out there. I got me some Becky Lynch goggles. I think my husband got I think he got this shirt actually, the AJ Styles shirt, and the gloves.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, and it was just fun. Like we just right, yeah. That was him. As soon as AJ Styles came out, I was like, dang, okay, have fun, do it up then.
Man, you
But yeah,
still got me in
it was
shock.
fun.
You still got me. Every time I see something AJ Styles, I don't know how long you've been following his career, but I still cannot believe that we had his first tag team partner on this show, Air Paris.
Hmm.
Um, I never imagined I would have him on the show. I was like, wow. I watched this guy, and if you ever watch AJ Styles like early WCW matches, you'll see who I'm talking about.
Hmm.
But I was like, I can't believe I had this guy on the show. He tag teamed with one of the best wrestlers in this era, AJ Styles, and he's on my show chopping up with myself, Rob, and Kathy. Yeah. Um, so you're an AJ Styles fan.
Yes, I will say I stand AJ Styles. I love his hair. I don't know why. I feel like everybody. I know that's weird, but like everybody else hair is look kind of stringy. You know, sometimes it be a little stringy, then it gets those
Yeah.
luscious locks. His is always luscious. Like then kind of let it grow. And I love to see when they go from, because I remember seeing him before he came to WWE with like the short haircut. So seeing it grow out is kind of funny too. But yeah, I love the way he styles. I love the way he wrestles. I love how he talks on the mic. You know, it's kind of like I don't know, it's funny to me. I always laugh. Anything he says is hilarious to me. Like him just going in on anybody. And every storyline he's in is just interesting to me. Like he's entertainment. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I've never really been a fan. So there's people that I've never been a fan of, and it's not anything against them, but I just enjoy watching them. Like I'll go and watch, but I've never really like, for example, CM Punk. I've never really been a CM Punk fan, but I'll always go and watch. If you tell me CM Punk is going to be on a local card here in North Carolina, I'll be like, hey, let me get in the car and go and see what's up.
Right.
And AJ Styles is one of those people as well too. Have you ever gotten to meet him?
No. The only wrestler I actually got to meet was gosh, no, I want to. Oh no, what is his name? Okay, I feel so bad because he
It's
wasn't
okay.
on he wasn't on the main card at the time that I met him. He was just doing like he actually was one of the security guards when Nikki Bella and them pushed him. I don't know if y'all remember that fight backstage. The Bellas was fighting somebody, and a bunch of security guards came out. What is his name? He with the Hurt Business. They did a tag team, and
Oh,
they
you talking
lost
about
their tag team belt.
Cedric Alexander?
Yes, that's him. I don't know why I kept thinking Apollo Creed. I felt so bad, but yeah, Cedric Alexander. He was doing main event. The little, those little small local shows they'll do around. And at the time, I was in undergrad at Grambling State University in Louisiana. So I was working at the Waffle House up there, and he came to get Waffle House. And like after he ordered his food, I was just staring at him, and I was like, "Why do you look familiar?" And I asked him, I was like, "Why do you look familiar? Like, do I know you?" And he was like, you might." He was like, "You watch wrestling?" I was like, "I do actually." And then he showed me a couple of clips, like his Instagram and everything. And I was like, they need to hurry up and put you on TV so I could be like, I knew him. I sold him an all-star. So yeah. I didn't think at the time to like take pictures. I'm one of those people. I don't take pictures or think to be like, yeah, I get an autograph. I just like enjoy it in the moment. So yeah, kind
Yeah,
of like that's about it.
yeah. I've only talked to him um once on Instagram. He actually follow. I'm not trying to brag, people, so don't think I'm trying to clout chase or what or nothing. But
Oh,
this was
I get it.
before he
Not
this was
story.
this was before he became like he got the lead. He followed me back in 2013, and this is when he was a Ring of Honor. And I think several years later, when his wife made that one appearance, but Big Swole and him were married. When
Yes,
she made
I
that
love
appearance
her.
when she made that appearance in WWE, I told Cedric, I was like, "Yo, man, I hope your wife gets hired, man, because I mean, you got the family in WWE, and you and your wife, in WWE, y'all kicking butt and taking names and whatnot." And he was like, "Yeah, man, I hope so too, man. Thanks." And that was it. Um, but yeah, he's a great talent. So, um, what do you think about the Hurt Business? As a black person, as a fellow, black American, um, that watches, professional wrestling or whatnot. What are your thoughts on the Hurt Business, on groups like the Hurt Business? What do you think of them?
I loved it. I think it's needed too. I think it is something that's like why not? Why can't we just have a faction like the Hurt Business running around and being like we want all the gold? Because in NXT you got well at the time in NXT you had you had Adam Cole and you had you had Adam Cole and going around and just taking everything. Nobody
Yeah.
questioned that. So it's just one of those like I'm fine with it, and I feel like everybody else should be. I don't care if they heal. I don't care if they face like their faction. Let it happen. I don't know why they went ahead and just dismantled the Cedric Alexander tag team thing, but maybe they doing something else. But I like it. I like MVP. I like what he did. I like what he brought, to the WWE. So I approve.
I just wish that the one group I wish that would have gotten a better chance, and it's funny because now we're talking about this. I just had an epiphany. The one group that I would have loved to see get that shine, because don't get me wrong, Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, they're tremendous talents. I personally think should have been WWE champion since
Mm-hmm.
like back in the 2000s, like 2004, 2005. But a tag team I wish had gotten that rub, Crime Time. And now, don't get me wrong, I never liked the gimmick because I always thought the one thing about me is I don't like stereotypical gimmicks. I
Right.
hate them. And it doesn't matter if it's my own culture, Rob's culture, or any other culture. I hate stereotypical gimmicks. Like so, when I saw like the Mexicans, for example, the Mexicans came out on the lawnmowers and whatnot. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, yeah, I know they're great wrestlers, but what the heck is this? What are you guys doing? You know?
Right.
And when I saw Crime Time, I was like, oh, geez, I can't get behind this. Like, I felt it was too stereotypical and whatnot. Like, you got two guys from New York. Like, first off, not all New Yorkers don't steal. Not all of us like, yo, 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 and yo, run your pockets and
Right.
money. I'm I'm a self-professed New Yorker because I lived there for on and off for like several years. I don't even own a pair of Timbs. I've had rugged Outback, but I've never owned a pair of Timbs. So I digress. I would have loved to see Crime Time come back without the Timbs and the sagging jeans, with the regular wrestling tights, possibly black and gold wrestling tights being taken more serious. I would like to see that, but I'll go with Shelton and Cedric. They're pretty good. Um, what do you think about the New Day?
I was not always on board with the New Day. I hated that pastor choir thing. It drove me crazy for the longest. I understood why they did it. I do, but it drove me. And then it took me a while. It took me a long while until they got into the throwing of the pancakes and actually you started to see more chemistry between them when they wrestled. It didn't look so stiff, or that was my problem. Like it really looked so much staged. Like, oh, here he comes. Let me move this way. Oh, I know this is my finisher. It was so tight, and I was like, oh my god, just get out the way. Go, just dismantle this Vince. I'm tired of him. But I'm glad that they got it together. I'm glad they figured out their rhythm and everything. And I love it. I'm also happy that they didn't break them up. I'm glad that they just kind of like, Big E, it's your turn. Go do this. And we're just going to handle that. Because, Vince,
I would say,
our boy.
I would say break them up. I would say break them up yet because I got a feeling that they might go. I hope they don't go towards that because I really don't want to see Xavier Woods and Kingston and Kofi Kingston break up. But it looks like that's what they may be doing, and I really hope that's not the case. But yeah, I don't. Now I don't feel so bad because I remember the first time when I saw the New Day, which was like when they made their debut. I was like, and this was like after. Okay, so we had Crime Time. Okay, Crime Time was like I said, JTG and Shad Gaspard are great competitors.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. to Shad Gaspard. They were great. They were talented men. I just didn't like the gimmick.
Right, right.
After seeing Crime Time, and then you had the Prime Time players with millions of dollars. Another great group duo, but I really couldn't get behind them too. I was like another shucking and jiving group with Black Americans, man. Come on, where we go dance? What new dance you gonna come up with? And I was like, I was just turned off by it at first, but
Mm.
eventually they just started like getting over. And I was like, okay, maybe there's something here with the power of positivity. And then it got to the point where I was when they had the old Budios series, I was like, come on, I tweet Budios, they make sure you ain't booty. And I put like in all caps and whatnot. Yeah, man. It was I'm very glad for the New Day though. They were really they've really came forward and broke the mold, when it comes to like not just best black tag team or stable, but one of the best tag teams or stables, period.
Right.
Um, yeah, and I look forward to seeing where this rivalry with them and the Hurt Business.
Oh,
Oh, he done got cut off. Oh, it happens sometimes.
that's
But
fine.
oh yeah, it's all good. But yeah, you were talking about Edge being your favorite back in the day. Now, I'll know. Oh, here he comes.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
you're
got cut
good.
off there for a second.
You
Yeah, yeah, I got cut off there for a second. So do you watch AEW as well?
I actually don't. I try and catch the clips on the YouTube and try and catch what is it, AEW Dark or Dynamite, whatever they have on their YouTube that they show. I try and catch that,
Yeah.
but mostly I keep up with it on Twitter and Facebook and mostly like the wrestling blogs I follow and everything like that. Uh-oh. I think he froze again.
Oh. Oh no,
Oh
here he
no.
goes.
Okay.
Sometimes it happens. I
Oh
think it
no, you
might. I think it might have cut him off or something. We can see you.
you saying? I don't hear anything.
Yeah, you're on mute. You're on mute. Yeah. Oh, you're good, man.
Uh-oh.
You're good.
So what do you think of AEW?
Okay, there we go. I enjoy it. I think we needed something else. WWE was getting a little stale. We needed a little competition to get, them writers back in the writing table and get some more storylines. But I really do like AEW. I like the women's division. I love Dr. Baker. I don't know why. I just I love the fact that before she became champion, she would like fuss at people in the dentist office and like have them in the chair. That was hilarious to me. So yeah, I love Jade. My gosh. I wish I can see my dream match would be Jade versus Bianca Belair. That's what I want to see. I don't know why. I would love to see that. But yeah, AEW is good. I like it. I like what Tony Khan's done. I appreciate Cody. Some of his promos go. I don't know where he be going, but I still like him. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So do you watch AEW? See, AEW is definitely it's definitely a nice change in the dynamic for like professional wrestling. I mean, it's something. It's an alternative show to actually watch for wrestling fans. Even though now it's like WWE versus AEW fans. I think I'm like, man, I come from an era where we had wrestling once a weekend, man. Y'all should be happy y'all got all this. Why y'all fighting, man? Just watch it all and be happy, man. But I
Right.
think it's the younger ones too. I'm sorry, you're from the Generation Z group, but I think it's the younger ones, man, because most of the younger ones, no, sorry, no, I don't want to say all of them because I'm sure there's some that, don't matter. It's all pro wrestling, but like I've never seen like the older wrestling fans um actually react like this is better. AEW is better than WWE, or WWE's better than AEW, and all that stuff. I think it's like the younger fans that are doing that. You know, that's who I see it from mostly.
Yeah, agreed. Okay.
Yeah. Um.
Uh-oh. All right. Now we were talking about like what was it, like Xavier Woods, New Day, and all that stuff, man. Hoping they don't break up. I'm with you too. I hope that with them. I hope they don't break Kofi and Xavier Woods up either. Oh,
Right.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I got some technical
oh, you're good.
difficulties going on here.
That's okay.
I got questions
So,
and stuff.
Lacey, do you watch any any independent, any of the local shows around your area, like Wildcat or Elevate Pro, or any of those um local Louisiana companies?
No, I did say I needed to get into it, watching them more and everything because they're starting to like pop up on my Facebook suggestions. You know, my Facebook agent be working hard. So they started to pop up more. So I was like, oh, I'll just follow it around and everything and try and see. But like I said, when I was in northern Louisiana, I would kind of see by passing, I would see like, you know, the ones that would travel like through Texas and I think they go like Alabama and Georgia, those local ones. But I haven't really like been to any yet or like really fully followed.
Wow, that's cool. So, just one last couple of so like I can't think of one or two questions there before I turn over to Rob. My last question is: in the near future, who are like your top five wrestlers you hope to meet, or you just name some off the top of your head? It doesn't have to be in any order.
Uh, Sasha Banks, Naomi, I gotta meet Edge, um, Randy Orton, and Moxley. I think that's five. Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, Sasha Banks. Hopefully I get to meet Sasha Banks one of these days. I wouldn't mind meeting her. I would love to meet Bianca Belair. And this is gonna sound weird. I would also like to meet B Fab, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm telling you, it's gonna be epic. Two epic interactions you're gonna have. You're gonna have Bianca Belair and Naomi. That's gonna be an epic, and it's gonna happen. And the other epic interaction that's gonna happen is Bianca Belair and B Fab. It's gonna happen. Trust me, I can see it. And those are gonna be some pretty good matches.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I'm not sure. I haven't seen B Fab's work yet in the ring. I can only hope that she's gonna be on point. She may be a bit green, but who knows? But I know Bianca and Naomi. That's gonna be something. And when I remember I saw that I don't know if you caught that moment at this past Royal Rumble where you had Bianca and Naomi. They were like on the edge of
Oh
being
yeah.
thrown out, like they were hanging from the apron. And I was like, when I saw them fighting, and then afterwards I saw them like helping, like they worked together to help each other up. I was like, yo, that is a symbolic moment right there. I was
Hmm.
like, you have two ebony queens that were fighting, squabbling, trying to get each other down, and then they realized that the only way for them to be on the up and up was for them to come together, help each other out. And I
Right.
was like, I caught that moment right there, and I was like, wow, that's a powerful thing right there. I was like, I was touched by that.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Yeah.
if I get to meet both, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I think. Oh, you're good, man. Uh-oh. Having little technical difficulties again. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, so yeah, Edge is coming back. Did you see Friday him coming back on did you see Friday SmackDown?
I
Or
saw
you know
bits
what
and
happened?
pieces. I saw bits and pieces, but I know my husband was like, "Oh yeah, Edge is back."
Mm-hmm. So I gotta ask you though, did you accept Roman Reigns as the head of the table and the tribal chief? Beforehand,
You
were
know
you accepting
what?
him?
You know what? I hated Roman Reigns as like every time they pushed him over. I hated him. I love him as the chief of the table,
Mm-hmm.
head of the table. I love him like this. I love King Petty Reigns. That
Mm-hmm.
10 bell salute was hilarious. I love it. Like that's what I wanted. Same with Bailey. Hill Bailey is so much better than me. I love that cackle. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just to me, some wrestlers are just better as heels, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, I'm with that. I'm with you too. Yeah, I was in that same boat. Yeah, Roman. I was like, oh my lord. Yeah, and then yeah, he's like, I'm the head of the table. Yeah, acknowledge me, acknowledge me. I was like, that's right, Roman. You need to tap into that a while ago, man.
Right.
Because I'm over here in Delaware and Philly's not far. I was like, man, when Philly fans was booing you, you should have been like, all right, I'm the tribal chief. That's when you should have started that. Oh man.
Hmm.
Now we got Edge versus Roman coming up and stuff. Woo. So what are you thinking of that? Do you think Roman or Edge is going to be the one, to knock him off the chair and be like, "Nah, this is my seat."
I don't. I can only hope, but I don't think so. I don't know who would knock Roman off.
Mm.
Honestly, it's I don't know who they have left to knock Roman off. But I don't see Edge doing it. I see them doing like you know how they did that Edge RKO. It felt like
Oh
they was
yeah.
just about to start fighting on a volcano or something next
Hmm.
because they was running out of stuff.
Hmm.
I think that's what they gonna do. It's gonna be like some good matches between them two. But I don't know if they would let Edge win. And if they did, it would be off of something like it would be after something that like Roman can control or something. Some BS like
Yeah.
that kind of crap.
Like the Usos or something, wake up or was it Jay? You'd be like, you know what? Man, you're right, Jimmy. I ain't nobody's bitch. I ain't no.
Right,
Excuse
right,
me. I ain't nobody's B. I ain't nobody's
right,
B. So you know what I mean. And then they come out and
right.
be like, all right, yeah, we're doing this. I mean, I honestly would like to see the Usos, get a little singles run, see what they can do or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about like Xavier Woods and New Day and stuff, man. It's like hoping they don't break up. I'm with you too on that because I think they're awesome. I'm like, yeah, I like how they do it. New Day or Big E's on Friday, but he's still with the New Day. He's just he's on the other day and all that. He's still
Hmm.
family. But
Right,
Xavier Woods, man, like that match on Monday was pretty good and stuff, man. People don't give him credit for working the mic, man. Because Xavier Woods is real good
right.
on the mic. Like he is charismatic. He can talk trash to anybody. I mean, I don't know if you watch Up Up Down Down or anything, but when they
Hmm.
play games with each other, but yeah, oh man, this is great.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he does deserve a lot of credit, especially with the company, because with Up Up Down Down, like he really brought. I didn't like a lot of wrestlers, but when I see them on Up Up Down Down, it kind
Hmm.
of made me like, oh, okay, I'll watch a match or two because I see more of their personality. So I'm like, he should get all that credit because
Hmm.
I did not like what's her name? The Queen of Spades. I
Shayna
say her name.
Baszler.
Yes, but I love her now.
Okay.
She is hilarious to me. I love her. I love how especially on Up Up Down Down playing
Hmm.
the game. So yeah.
Yeah, I was like that with Tyler Breeze. I was like, yeah. But then I watched them doing like GM mode and all that. I'm like, oh yeah,
Hmm.
they're great. I love this. Yeah, they're awesome. And now they
Oh
got
yeah.
the Uno thing going with like him, Cesaro, Adam Cole, and all that. Oh, I love that. That is hilarious. Because I don't know if I've tried to play Uno on online and stuff on my Xbox with random people, and the games will be literally go on forever and ever. It's like,
Oh
oh, you need friends or something over here, talk, somebody, not thinking because they're on there like, You know, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, man, you know what I mean? Like, man, I'm just like, I've been playing the same Uno game for 3 hours, man. Like, nah, I gotta quit. You know, what I mean, hit
Right.
deuces. Nah, man, I ain't trying to do that. Oh, Lucy's upset. Shit, I think it's feeding time or something.
Oh.
Yeah, I got beagles. You know what I mean? They be running around. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Oh Lord, I think she's upset that she came in here, couldn't find her bone, and all that. Lucy.
Oh.
Now they got Money in the Bank coming up.
Yes.
Now, do you have any predictions for that? You know, like the ladies' Money in the Bank, the dudes' Money in the Bank. Who you think's going to win?
No, I gave up on predictions for Money in the Bank a long time ago. Like, and that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite pay-per-views, second to the Royal Rumble too. And I always hope for or who I think is going to win. They never do it, so I gave up. I think I don't know if I had to guess. I'll say whoever didn't win it before
There you go.
is probably gonna get it.
Probably. I was sitting here. I'm looking at the lineup. Like as of now, I think they still have like some open spaces for both of them. I'm thinking Big E for the men, and the women. I'm thinking maybe Liv Morgan, maybe.
Yeah,
Because I always seem like they want to push her or whatever, but they don't know what to do, so they always put her back with Ruby Riott, and now Ruby's gone, so I think maybe they're just gonna. Because now, like, I think she got a thing going with Carmella.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like they're both, I guess, from that area. You know what I mean? But like, Staten Island Queens, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever they do.
Hmm.
Now, I do gotta ask. Have you been watching any of those A&E and Dark Side of the Ring, documentaries, or especially like that China documentary that was like a couple weeks ago,
Yes,
2 weeks, last week,
yes,
whatever.
yes. I have to catch up on the recent episodes of the Dark Side of the Ring because I've been watching Dark Side of Football. They
Mm,
they just been going in over there, but
mm.
I did watch the China documentary and it peed me off. Like
Mm-hmm.
I
That
was
that
very
that
much upset.
manager, her manager or whatever. I was like, yeah, that dude is a piece of trash. Like, yo, oh
I
yeah, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, that last interview, I'm gonna continue to say it, like that was her last cry. And then
Yes.
they really failed her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Hunter, he is doing his hardest to make up for everything he did. That sorry he did, how he spoke about her and that little part he did, he's trying his hardest to make up
Mm-hmm.
because it's terrible. But yeah,
Yeah,
I watched it.
yeah, it broke my heart watching that. I was like, oh yeah, I love China so much. You know, I mean, even when back in the
Hmm.
day, I even liked her in DX, and then when she got on her own, even when she was Intercontinental Champion, and then even when they made her Women's Champion or whatever, I was like, I'm still, and then when she got with Eddie, oh, I love that too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Mama Sita, I just loved that. Was great. Yeah, and then they
Right.
disappeared for a while, and it was like, oh man, yeah. And then watching that, I was like, yeah, it broke my heart. Like she was like, yeah, and then the director dude or whatever was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do drugs with her. You know what I mean? It was like, oh man, that's messed up, man. Like
Yeah.
she went to Japan to clean herself up, and then the first day here, it's like, yeah, you want to do this? It's like, man, oh gosh.
Right. And I felt so bad for like her family too because it was like they
Mm-hmm.
tried and they never got to really like say sorry or say their last goodbyes or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it really was sad. And that's why I think I even tweeted, I was like, everybody who did her wrong, oh yeah, it's coming back. Like
Mm-hmm.
they can't possibly be sleeping good at night. It's no way.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, that's right. Now the one Dark Side of the Ring, I'm not gonna watch is that one with Grizzly Smith, Jake the Snake Roberts' dad and all that, because I can't even watch Law and Order SVU without getting like sick to my stomach. You know what I mean? I can't deal with those type of crimes. That is just like horrible to me. Like yeah, to do that to
Hmm.
a like, and then I already knew what that episode was. I was like, yeah, I hope we don't have to do a review of that episode. I'm like, oh no, I didn't watch it. I can't do it. I can't do
Right.
it. The hardest one we were reviewing was like the Chris Benoit one. That one and the Owen Hart one was rough. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
especially with the Owen Hart one when they were like, yeah, they got up there right where he jumped off and took the picture, and it was like, ooh, oh man.
Right. Like, yeah. As I said, it's a lot of dark ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that hence the name. But yeah, they meant it.
Yeah, I haven't seen Dark Side of Football. I had been wanting to check it out though. It does look awesome, just like the whew.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I definitely want to check that because they know their stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So living down Louisiana and stuff, I gotta ask, do you ever come across swamp monsters and stuff, man, out there in the bayou? And because I was watching not a month ago or a couple months ago or whatever, a Travel Channel, and they're talking about skunk ape. You know what I mean? That's like Bigfoot in the South. You know what I mean? So. And everybody that comes on, lives in Alabama, Florida, Louisiana, Miss anybody. I'm like, yo, y'all ever come across skunk ape and some swamp monsters? So I gotta ask, have you ever come across any?
No, and I hope
Okay.
not.
Okay. I'm with you on that. Because I definitely had to change my drawers and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, nope.
I don't even know what to do. I can tell you what to do if you come across a nutria rat, a hog, a deer, a buck, a snake, an alligator. I don't know about no swamp apes. I wouldn't know what to do. So
yeah, I wouldn't see you talking about alligators and stuff. Yeah, I'm in Delaware. We're sheltered. We just got possums, raccoons, and deer and rabbits. So I couldn't deal with an alligator. Woo.
oh no, and I saw a picture recently. It was looking like an anaconda or something. And I was like, they was like in Louisiana, and I was like, oh, I think I'm going outside for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know if I could go out there and some giant snake over there trying to eat me. I'm like, yeah, I got the little garter snakes around here, and that's it. Yeah, I can't do it. No prehistoric monster. Some dinosaur thing going to unhinge his jaw and devour me. You must be crazy. Nope. So Remy was asking a little earlier, like, who would you love to meet and stuff and all. Now, are those same 5? Would they be your favorites today that you love watching, or do you have a different top 5?
I think who I would love to watch. Let's see. No, who I would love to watch and probably meet and sit down, talk to, have dinner with, and everything is probably Seth Rollins. Like, I loved him as the architect. I liked him as the Kingslayer. Every time he come out with something new, I fall in love again. I'm like, yes, yes. I even like this little suave Mr. G Q guy he got going on.
Yeah, Mr. Drip Drip or whatever he's calling himself.
Yeah.
I do like the little friendship with him and Bailey. That's pretty funny. You know what I mean? With the ding dong hello, show and him coming on there. So yeah, I think that's great. I like that. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that is definitely great. But Lucy. Oh my Lord, she. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Now before I pass it on back to Remy, I do want to say thank you, for taking time out of your busy schedule, coming on chatting with us. I always love talking wrestling and all, and Lucy does too. She's all excited. You want to come here, Lucy? You want to say hi? Sheesh. Yeah, she's all excited. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh.
You gonna bark now, Luce? Hey, say hey. Say hey.
Lucy. Yeah, I'm getting the dog.
Hey, Rob, it could be worse. You could have a husky living with you. Then you'd definitely be in for some stuff.
I think she hit a bone in the room somewhere, and the other dog's, getting close. She is upset.
Hey, Rob, but, if you ever get like a husky, a basset hound, and if you want to add some bass or Rottweiler, you can make a whole boy band right there, man.
That's right. I know. Yeah, we're right down here in Philly. I'm like Motown Philly back again, doing a little East Coast swing. Yeah, I mean I love Boys to Men, so yeah, I get a little dog doing Boys to Men. But I do want to say, thank you for taking time out of your day, coming on chatting with us. Love talking wrestling and all that good stuff. I wish nothing but the positives for you, your family, and all that good stuff. And yeah, I hope you come back on chat again one time.
Hey, thank you.
Lacey, I gotta say it's been a real pleasure to finally get to speak to you. I know you're busy and whatnot. By the way, I read your little article that you got that you have on your Twitter. It's really, really interesting.
big ups to you on actually graduating and whatnot. That's very impressive right there.
Thank you, thank you.
So your husband's also a wrestling fan, right?
Yes, yes, he is.
Well, tell him what, if he ever wants to be on the show, we'd like to have him on. Just have him. If he wants to contact us. We'd like to have him here from him as well too. We don't mind. And shoots, if possible next year, we'll have you guys on for one of our Valentine's Day specials. Because we had a couple this year that was actually on, and crazily enough, one of them was an Edge fan, and the other one was a Christian fan. I was like, wow, okay, that's something pretty interesting right there. So, and
Oh yeah,
if he ever wants to be on the show,
he's a
go ahead.
Cowboys fan and I'm a Saints fan, so we already got it like that. So
Is he from is he from Dallas?
no, he's actually from Shreveport, Louisiana, but they closer to Dallas,
Okay,
so they're the
all
they're
right,
the Cowboys fan up there.
And we get Cowboys fans here in
right.
Delaware,
Wow.
and we're right here by like the Ravens and Eagles. But there's a bunch of Cowboys fans too. They're all over. They're all over, and they're always going to win the Super Bowl
That's
every
weird.
year.
Like,
Every year they're going to win the Super Bowl, and they don't. It's the coach's fault. It's the coach's fault.
yeah, like I got Dallas fans in New York, and I'm like, you're all the way up north here. How are you a Dallas Cowboys fan? Like, what is it? The shiny helmets or something? Like, am I missing something? Like,
It's America's
jeez.
team. America's team.
Wouldn't that be the Patriots since the American Revolution started in Boston, though? Makes you wonder. But yeah, Lacey, I just gotta say thank you very much for actually being on the show. Um, it's an honor to me, not only a fellow wrestling fan, but also a fellow blurred. For those of y'all that don't know, that means black nerd. So yeah, it's an honor to meet a fellow blurred as well too. I don't care. I'm a nerd. I told my mom like, "Hey, mom, I'm a nerd." That's it. I'm sorry. I'm not a punk, but I'm a nerd. So,
My
yeah,
mom
it's
said,
just
"My
I'm
mom said
sorry.
I'm not a nerd. Nerds are smart." She was like, "Nerds are smart. You ain't no nerd." I'm like, "All right, mom. Thank you."
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, if your husband definitely wants to be on the show, just tell him hit us up. Tell him say, hey, this is Lacey's husband. We'll make it happen. But before we close the show, where can our fellow fans, where can our fellow wrestling fans find you on social media if they want to talk wrestling, or if they want to find out where the best food is in Louisiana and whatnot? Where you at on social media?
On Twitter, I am at Nola_baby. It's BAYBEE. That was the only thing open at the time. And then on Instagram, it's Hollywood R Bust BUST. So it's the letter R BUST. And
Okay.
yeah, just ask a question, I'll answer. I'm mostly on Twitter though, so you'll probably catch me on that better than the Instagram one.
Awesome, awesome. All right. So with that being said, shout out to our the Twitch mod who is keeping the bad guys and the bots out from our from posting whatever crazies they want to post on the comments. If you want to follow our Twitch mod, Alicia Warrior Princess, you could find her on Twitter under Endo Survivor 282, and she's also on Twitch. Well, she's also on Instagram under Endo Survivor 282 as well, and she's also on Twitch as Warrior Princess. So definitely go ahead and give her a follow as well. She does great work on Twitch. With that being said, also Rob Bass, where can fans find you on social media if they want to talk wrestling beyond the show? And where can bookers and promoters find you if they want to book you for their shows? And when you get that ref gig, yes, you heard correctly. Rob Bass is going to be a referee for those of y'all that are listening. So yeah, where can we find you, man?
Yeah, man. Training Tuesday night. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, Rob_Bass82, and Twitch and Facebook, Rob Bass.
Awesome. If you want to find me on social media, not that I have anything interesting or cool to say, but who knows, you might get lucky. You can find me on Twitter at the Remy Blue. You can find me on Facebook under Remy Blue. It's a picture of me and WrestleMania, so definitely go ahead and follow those two accounts. You can also find our podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Yes, we have a Facebook group as well, all on the right side. You just type them in, you'll find us. If it doesn't have that blue mark that you see over there, that blue yin and yang sign with the blue flames around it, it's not us, somebody else. But if you do see it, it's us. We're also on Twitch under at Ringside Society 2019, and we also have a Teespring store. Definitely check out our store. We have merch available. All proceeds from those sales go back into keeping the show up and running. Not going through our pockets. Trust me, definitely doesn't go into mine. So, yeah. But we also have a YouTube channel. Follow our YouTube channel. Just type in Ringside Society and you'll see it. And we have a lot of great episodes like this one here as well. Many great guests that we've had in the past, like not Thunder Rosa. I mean, yeah, she made a cameo, but we've had her son Anakin Rosa and Victoria and many other people as well. I'm drawing blanks, but definitely follow us on YouTube because we have a lot more interesting. I'm sorry, Maddie Rinkowski as well. I forgot that. I almost forgot that one. Yes, Maddie Rinkowski as well. That interview is available, so definitely follow us on YouTube, and you'll see. Trust me, we have a lot more interesting interviews coming. I'm not just saying this. Y'all are gonna see some stuff. I mean, but that being said, we just want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight live. We really and truly appreciate it. To those of you that are going to listen to us later on, thank you in advance. And to those of you that hate us, can't stand us, and really and truly wish we would just go away, well, I'm sorry, but like myself in a Louisiana bistro, when they're serving free gumbo and jambalaya and po' boys, we ain't going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Wow.
And we ain't stopping. So with that being said, we here just want everybody to know that we here at Ringside Society are very well aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hashtag we are not the same. With that being said, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for our great guest, Lacey from the Big Easy. Had to put it back to that whole Big Easy one, it's all on the throat. But what type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast. And with that being said, we will be back next week. As a matter of fact, our next guest will be the New York Nightmare from the Nightmare Factory. He was recently on the Student Showcase 2. He was nominated in that Battle Royal. For those of you that don't know what the Nightmare Factory is, well, that's where Cody Rhodes is training the next crop of AEW superstars. A lot of interesting guests from there. So definitely tune in this coming Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. because you'll want to miss him telling his story. But until then, we're still going through a pandemic, so be safe, be healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.
Good night.